Hey, this is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life, bringing you the AA word of the day for September 16th, 2024. I do have a preceding video for this date. I try to label the date on all my videos, and it is 9/16/24, and in it I read the 12 traditions of AA, the long version. It'll help you understand this upcoming video a little more if you review that video. And the subject of today is we stand or fall together. And the quote is from the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, page 561. No society of men and women ever had more urgent need for continuous effectiveness and permanent unity. We alcoholics see that we must work together and hang together, else most of us will finally die. And the reflections. Just as the 12 steps of AA are written in specific sequences for a reason, so it is with the 12 traditions. The first step in the first tradition attempt to instill in me enough humility to allow me a chance at survival. Together they are the basic foundation upon which steps and traditions that follow are built, in a process of ego deflation, which allows me to grow as an individual through the steps and as a contributing member of a group through the traditions. Full acceptance of the first traditions allows me to set aside personal ambitions, fears, and anger when they are in conflict with the common good, thus permitting me to work with others for our mutual survival. Without Tradition 1, I stand little chance of maintaining the unity required to work with others effectively, and I also stand to lose the remaining traditions, the fellowship, and my life. So one of the foundations on the medallion that you get, even for just 24 hours, is the word unity. And there is strength in numbers, and we got to stand together. And as I mentioned, the steps and the traditions are in a certain progress, and we will get to that as this book explores more of the tradition. We just spent a long time on the steps. But if you look at step 1, it says we admitted we were powerless over alcohol. And then step 12 assumes that we've done everything in between. We've made amends. We accept that we're powerless. And we carry that message in step 12 to other alcoholics in need. And implied in that is that we have a group to help us carry out that message. We're not just standing on a street corner. We have specific meeting times so people can find us. We have a specific meeting place. Hopefully it doesn't change too much. So that's how people find us. And it's a program of attraction. We don't proselytize and tell someone that they need it. We're there for them when they realize that they can't manage their own lives. So some people just go through AA without really ever being aware of the traditions. And it's too bad because they're beautiful. This constant reference to ego deflation and humility and anonymity, they are all caught up together. Anonymity is the foundation of AA. We don't have to be anonymous inside a meeting, but most people are. That, like, if I raise my hand, I said, "Hi, I'm Joe, I'm an alcoholic." But they're talking about the level of the press, newspaper, media. Now, when I came in, there was no media. And you don't want that big ego. You don't want to start accumulating funds and put your name on something. You want to be moderate in everything that you do, and zealous at defending your anonymity. So I personally am looking forward to going through the steps as this book unfolds, because it's an important part of AA, and they put a lot of thought into wording these correctly so that there would be no misunderstanding. There is just a few rules. You can't make a change that's going to affect other groups without consulting them. 2, you can't deny AA to anybody. And that's basically it. So it's a good thing to think about. And many groups, they break down. If you look at a directory of groups, it'll say a big book, 12 steps. And in most areas, they'll have a 12 tradition meeting. They're not as numerous as the 12 steps, but it's good to, even if you don't go regularly, just connect with them once in a while and learn more about it. It's a very important concept and dovetails perfectly with the steps, and it was made that way. This started out by Christians, by Anglicans, who were a very high church, and the number 12 is not by mistake. 12 apostles. And so it's good it's also good to know the history of AA too, to see how we got where we are now. The last thing I read said 120,000 meetings worldwide. That's quite a few. Even in countries that don't believe in God, have seen the great work, the great results that come out of AA, and now allow them. So have a good day, stay safe, stay sober, and we will talk to you tomorrow.